It started out way down yonder in the land of cotton, on a cold and frosty morn. Let's go back a few days. There was a woman who lived in Atlanta, Georgia. Oh, a real Georgia peach. She was expecting a baby. Her mother, and she came from the town, lived in Cotton, Georgia. She decided that she wanted to go and be with her mother before the baby was born. So while she was there, you know, she always tried to help her mother, who was getting old in age, because she was the youngest of 9 children. So her mother needed the lawn mowed. So without thinking, the woman, whose time was not yet come, you know, lacking 4 or 5 weeks, the baby was pretty ready to come. Her lawnmower wasn't working. She thought, oh, I've got to get this done. My mother's really been wanting this done for a while. So what does she do? She picks up the lawnmower and puts it in the trunk of the car. She took the lawnmower to have it repaired, and no one there was a Southern gentleman. So she had to take the lawnmower out of the car. While she was waiting for the lawnmower to be repaired, they told her it wouldn't take too long. It was a minor adjustment. She went down to the grocery store and she bought a chocolate milkshake. Really thick and creamy and nice water condensed on the side of the glass, and a pack of peanut butter crackers. She just had the best time sitting there with that milkshake and those peanut butter crackers. Well, she got home. It was about 9:30 at night. All of a sudden she started feeling a little strange. And then she got her feeling a little stranger. Then she started hurting. Well, it seems that the baby had decided, with all that exertion and rich food, that it was time to get out of there. So the young mother's father put her in the car, and he had a big dilemma, because he didn't want her to be born in Moultrie, and he wasn't too fond of Camilla, but he figured, you know, if you toss them up, that Camilla probably inched by. So he put my mom in the car and took her to Camilla. Well, Camilla was, you know, not your urban center. And they didn't have a hospital. They just had one doctor's office. So my grandfather, the mother's father helped her into the doctor's office.
We already
knew that. Sorry. And took her in, and the doctor said, "Oh, let me lay you down. I have another woman here that's giving birth. And she's a little further along. So, you stay here, count your breaths, do all the things that you're supposed to do through your training, and just, kind of hold on." Well, a short time later, everybody heard the slap, and they heard the high wailing scream of a newborn life, which was fortunate because the mother was right there too. Not much longer, about 2 o'clock in the morning, a baby daughter was born. Well, now, the doctor's office was a small office, and he didn't have, cribs for everybody. In fact, he just had, one little table that had a little border around it. And so the doctor cleaned up the little girl, put her on the little table next to the other newborn baby, who was a little boy. Well, my grandfather was her father was so proud of this little baby girl that he just couldn't contain himself. Then he learned who the father of the little boy was. It was a political friend of his. It was Governor of Georgia, Robert Culpeper. So my little girl, the woman's little girl, was laying there, and she, they're both kind of squished together, these two babies. So my grandfather picked up the phone and he called Robert and he said, "Hello, Robert." And Mr. Culpeper replied, "Yes." He said, "This is J.L." And Robert said, "Well, J.L., it's late. It's after 2 o'clock in the morning. What in the world are you doing calling me?" J.L. said, "Well, I think you'd better get over here in a hurry." And Mr. Culpeper said, "Why? Why should I get over here?" He said, "Because your grandson's in bed with my granddaughter."